What's going on, fam? It's your boy Mozy here, back with another episode of Mozy Reacts. On this episode of Mozy Reacts, I'm hitting a milestone in the One Piece series, and that's episode 100. But before I get into today's video, I believe it was Lord Bowler, if my memory serves me correctly, who suggested that I do like a look back on my journey so far and to see if I still have any questions that haven't been answered, if I have any new questions, and just like my overall impressions of the show so far. And I thought that was a pretty good idea. So that's what I'm going to be doing for like the next minute or so. So where to begin? My thoughts on the show overall is that the show is fucking unbelievable and not what I expected. It's literally done a 180. I thought this was a kid's show. And when I say like I don't mean like a kid's show as in like it's meant for little kids. I mean like a kid's show as in like Pokemon. Like I didn't think it had any sustenance to it. I thought, okay, it's gonna be a cartoon, and they're only calling it an anime because it was made in Japan. I didn't think it was like an anime like Dragon Ball Z, but obviously I was clearly wrong. This is not a kid's show. I wouldn't recommend this to kids. I don't mean that as in like, oh, kids shouldn't see it, it's inappropriate. I just mean that the kids wouldn't understand like the nuances in this show. Like for example, Hiri Luke's death. That was very impactful, very emotional, and very I don't know what the word, what's the word I want to think of for dialogue? Dialectic? I don't know. But there was a lot of dialogue. There was a lot of talking. It wasn't so much action-packed. It was more talking. And I just don't think like a 10-year-old kid would pick up on that and then get the emotional connection and start to cry, you know? I feel like a 10-year-old would watch that and be like, oh, he died? Okay, so now what? And then just move on. So I don't understand how this was ever marketed to kids. Like, I know the 4Kids dub. There's no way this is a kid's show. I would recommend this show for people 13 or older. Someone who understands empathy, who understands social problems like racism and things like that. It's just not meant for kids. So I'm really glad that aspect was proven false for me, because had it been a kid's show, I don't think I would have enjoyed it. If it was very just happy-go-lucky, I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much. Don't get me wrong, I do love, enjoyment. They're little enjoyments, but the emotionals, that's my shit. I love emotional stuff. I always say Naruto is my favorite anime, but that's just because it was my very first anime I ever watched. But the scenes I really like in Naruto are like when Naruto meets his mom, when Jiraiya dies and sorry for the spoiler, Iruka talks to him, when his dad talks to him. Those moments where like it brings tears, those are the moments I love. The fight scenes come just because I'm a dude. Obviously I'm gonna like a fight scene, but that's what I really am liking about One Piece, is that it's very dialogue. It's not necessarily action packed. As far as like questions I have that haven't been answered, none. I think I have one question actually that hasn't been answered. Other than that, you guys have done a phenomenal job of answering any question I have when I have it. Actually, you guys actually go above and beyond than what you need to. What was it? Not last episode, or I think actually last episode I was questioning Luffy's the respect of if the people respect Luffy as a captain, and you guys went above and beyond to kind of like explain to me the dynamics of like Luffy and then the crew member, which this is gonna sound bad, but like, guys, I'm not stupid. I understand their dynamics. But like, my question was like, as a captain, do they respect him like they should? Like they do Don King and his pirate crews respecting him, and all those. I was asking like, do they respect him in that sense? And you guys kind of just went above and beyond to explain like why he isn't like that, which again I appreciate, but that wasn't the question I asked. So like, that's what I meant by you guys kind of go above and beyond. You guys answer the question, but then you guys kind of go above and beyond. So there's just really been no question that I've asked that you guys haven't answered, unless it's been something in the past or in the future that you guys can't tell me because it would be spoiler. I only have two questions. One is, are you guys still I know you guys are still looking for the One Piece, but like on episode 1000, are you guys any closer to getting towards the One Piece than you are on episode like 100 or 1? I think that might be spoilerish if you guys were to answer that. So that would be like the one main question I have. The second one is, it's something that someone said yesterday that I started thinking about it. Someone said yesterday about how, how up until now it's been like a month in the show for them. So I'm just curious, like the pacing on like, in their world, what is the pacing? And what I mean by that is like in Naruto, there's the war arc, and the war arc starts on like episode 200 and something and lasts till episode 400 and something. The series itself is 500 episodes, so about half the episode, or about half the series, is dedicated to the war, and the war only lasts 2 days. So like half the series is only taking place over 2 days. So I'm just curious, like out of 1,000 episodes, are we years ahead now? Like, Luffy was 17 on episode 1. 1,000 episodes later, that's theoretically 3 years. That's 3 years, right? 364 divided by 1,000, a little over 2.5 years. So he should be at least 19, almost pushing 20. Is that the case now, or no? Or is he still only like 17? I'm just curious on that aspect. Like if he's gonna stay 17 forever, or if we're actually seeing years being taken place in this show. That's really like my main question I have. I'm just curious if we're gonna see Luffy start to grow up at all. And I mean grow up as in age-wise, not grow up as in maturity-wise. I don't want him to do that. I love his personality. And then I think that's all I really have as far as like my questions going forward. All my other questions I would have are basically episode related. Like as we're coming up, I know I'm gonna have questions, but overall questions about the series, it was just, are you guys closer to the One Piece and the pacing of it? But yeah, overall, I'm really enjoying this series. I'm loving it, and I can't imagine that I'm gonna find an anime better than this. I just can't. Like someone new just started joining my reactions, and they were watching episode 6, and they were like, oh, we got him episode 6. And I'm just trying to think of like another anime where I could watch it and within 6 episodes be like, this is my favorite anime. This is my favorite anime. I want to rewatch this. I can't think of any. So this show is just so... I thank you so much, Caesar, for recommending it. I thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching my reactions. And I appreciate you guys, interacting with me, because you guys really do make it feel as if I'm not watching the show by myself. When I'm uploading it, it really does feel like I'm watching it with like my best friends, and you guys are just telling me what I like. It's almost like we're Skyping or FaceTiming. So I just truly appreciate you guys and all the support that you guys give me. But with that being said, let's just go ahead and roll right into today's episode. I'm pretty excited to see what it's going to be like. And this is just a daily reminder that this is not a market substitute. You should always support the official release. I'm still upset she's riding on the camel. Like, she forgot to mention there were camels, so she shouldn't get to ride on it. Oh, poor doctor. Oh, damn, how hot is it?
いっぱい持ってきてくれたんだし。
これはナミさんに喉が渇いたわんと言われた時に持ってくためだよ。
俺が飲んでやる。今はいいわ。俺に怒って。
Why is he so thirsty?
お前も飲むが。
ありがとう。大丈夫さ。
Oh, best of friendos.
ねえビビ、反乱軍のこと教えてくれる？あれは11。
Are you sure you're not gonna forget to mention it?
ビビ、お前は立派な王女になるよ。
Oh shit, we're getting backstory. Where are my tissues? I don't know why, but I was like, is this music from Naruto?
自然の力はどうすることもできんのだ。
でも父さんは王様なら何でもできるって言ってた。
See, now he definitely sounds sus about the dance powder.
その力によるものであって。どんな罰でも受ける所存にございますゆえ、どうか。まったくもってこのバカが、このバカが、このバカが、このバカが、このバカが、このバカが。ととと言ったな、お主。はい。 今回干ばつの被害に遭った村の住人たちの生活は一時国で保障する。このアルバーナに
What do you mean temporarily?
の身の振り方を考えるがいい。
なんだよ、お前なんかに村のみんなの気持ちがわかるもんか。
ほら、こうだ、待ちなさい。 とうとうよ。はあ。いい子じゃないか彼は。村のみんなの気持ちがとそう言ったよ。村人たちのために彼はここへ乗り込んできたのだ。
何泣き虫。
Oh shit.
なんだチビお前。
チビ。
Koro.
彼ら全員を援助できるほどこの国に予算はありません。
バカ者！我らの生活費でも何でも削れば絞り出せようが。
わかりました。そのように。
I'm sorry I ever doubted you, Cobra.
ビビ様が。
What
喧
happened?
嘩したの。負けた。
Hell, at least you admitted the loss.
あのクソガキゃ。
申し訳ございません。私死んでお詫びを。
Oh shit! Whoa, 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 whoa! Calm down.
バカ者、子供の喧嘩だ。
Okay, I'm so sorry, Cobra, that I ever doubted you. You a real one. It's because of Cobra Kai. That's why. I just have a natural instinct to think that all Cobras are bad, and then G.I. Joe Cobras, so he's a one good Cobra. I can't do it.
行くわ
今日からビビは俺たちスナスナ団の副リーダーだ。文句あるやつはいるか？
Was this after the fight, or is this... Okay, so this is after the fight, okay. Cobra.
いずれあの子がこのアラバスタを背負って立つために一番。
Yeah, freaking Chopper had better hiding skills than that. Oh, your mom is adorable with her big old eyes.
おかしな国だよまったく。一国の王女がこんな民家に普通に出入りするなんて。
What do you mean, commoners? Isn't she the queen then?
No. 国王様、あなたまで何を？
国王。あんたまたついてきたのか。
だって。
How'd you notice him? He's hiding behind the tree. How'd you see him?
何？
何じゃない。
Nani?
いい国だったのね。
Every time I hear that song, I just want ice cream.
でもいろんなことがあったわ。
お出かけだね。送ろうか。
かかれスナスナ団。
まだくたばってなかったのか。
早く逃げろビビ。殺されちまうの。だけど。
Really? So these are bandits?
殺しやしねえ。俺たちは身代金が目当てだからな。
Okay, that makes more sense.
渡すもんか。死んでも守れスナスナ団。
Oda, are you about to kill off a little kid? I swear to fucking God. That is a big old scorpion.
なんだこりゃ。
So yeah, tell me more. I know they're fighting, but go on.
死んでも守れスナスナ団。
まぬけなガードだな。
まだ仲間が。
ああ、おい、くそ逃げた。
If they're beat up, that's fine. I was gonna say, if Oda kills off a little kid, I'm gonna find his house. I'm gonna meet him in person. I'm gonna rock his shit.
刃物を持った大人で今遺跡の方へ行ったよ。ゴーダのやつも後って。
Why'd you call them grown-ups? Well, I guess they are grown-ups to you, but still, it was weird wording.
なんだここにいたのかい。頼むからおとなしく捕まってくれよ。
リーダー。
ビビ。
おい坊主、黙って王女様をこっちへ渡しな。あんまり大人を怒らすもんじゃねえぞ。
刃物逃げよリーダー。
怖くねえよ。
ああ。
Nice, boy. I'm gonna eat the hit. Nice. Now pick up his sword and finish him. Actually, never mind. Don't do that. You too young to be committing murder.
こっちへ。ほら。
Get him, King. Okay. Okay, it's a little bit of an overkill now. Chaka, Pella. Oh, are these the one characters we saw?
なぜ国王が宮殿を離れ、こんなところにおられるのです。勝手な行動は慎んでいただきたい。
勇敢な子供たちだ。
Yes, he is.
だって怖かった。
Is Koza the leader of the rebel troops?
死んでも守れ、スナスナ団。
I think he is. Just because I'm imagining he had to have grown up, right? He would have loved the village, protected the village, and knows how the villagers feel. So who would be the leader of the rebel group?
It makes perfect sense.
今日の君の働きは巨大なものだ。礼を言う。ありがとう。
ビビは友達さ。当たり前のことだよ。
そうか。君たちが担う次の世代の
Friendship above all else.
私は少々。
Oh, I forgot he does that.
どうした？
人の上に
Garo.
ことは少なからず酷な判断も要するもの。そのためにビビ様はお優しすぎます。
アラバスタはこれでいいのだ。
Awkward.
お供しましょう。この命尽きるまで。
ユバ？
そうさ。お前の父親から俺の親父に話があったんだ。その代表として俺の親父が話を受けたのさ。
リーダーも。
Really? Oh yeah, he 100% the rebel
親父は
leader.
ここに残れって言うけどな。
If I'm wrong, I'm gonna be so surprised.
大抵のことじゃないけど、やってやる。この手で新しい街を開くんだ。ユバはこの国に必要な街なのさ。
じゃあなビビちゃん、しばらくお別れだ。街が形になったらいつか遊びにおいで。
タパージさん。
すげえ街作って俺たちがこの国をもっと潤してやるさ。
I'm trying to remember right now. We saw the level leader. I can't remember if he had a scar or not. So it was really just for a brief moment we saw him.
でもそれが反乱軍の話なの？
ええ、そうよ。
え？
これから行くユバの町に反乱軍は駐留している。その反乱軍のリーダーの名はコウザ。
まさか。
I'm so fucking big
今
brained.
話した少年よ。
エビじゃねえ、サソリだろ。
Can you eat scorpion? I guess they might just only have a venomous sac, so I guess the meat would be good. Did she just call the camel lashes? Alrighty, well that was it for episode 100 of One Piece, and I was sort of right and sort of wrong. With it being episode 100, I thought it was definitely going to be really enjoyable, which it definitely was, but I also thought it was going to be like a crazy episode, which it wasn't, which I guess makes sense just because, you know, this is like a 1,000 episode series to where like TV shows normally don't run for 100 episodes, so that's usually why they make episode 100 good, is because it's rare for TV shows to do that. But yeah, overall, this episode was really enjoyable. I know I said I was big brain with Koza, but obviously, in retrospect, I don't think I am. I think they gave us all the clues up until then to kind of like guess, like, of course he's going to be it. Why else would they be telling us about this guy in the Rebel Army if he's not the leader? But other than that, I'm curious how this is going to go once Vivi meets up with him. Because they are obviously good friends, and she's going to and he... You know, his initial reaction when we first saw him, he was there saying, the king didn't help us. The king didn't help us. And so now we have what Croc has been doing behind the scenes, which is planting that devil powder, which just reinforced, I think, Koza's idea that the king really wasn't helping him. He was screwing him. So now Vivi's going to have to go there and convince Koza that, like, everything you've been told is a lie, which Koza, I'm guessing, has grown up for years knowing that, like, yo, the king did us dirty. I first accused him of that, and I was told I was crazy for thinking that, and it turns out I was right, is how Koza's thinking. And Vivi's gonna have to somehow try to convince him that he has, in fact, crazy, and what he's been thinking this whole time is a lie. So it's gonna be really interesting on how she's gonna be able to talk no Jutsu him out of this war, but we'll see. I do appreciate you guys though sticking around and watching my reaction. It's been real, it's been fun, it's been real wholesome. Later on.